Hello. So most open homes guests speak more than one language. They may arrive here in Hamilton with the ability to communicate in French or Arabic, Spanish, or Lingala or Amharic, Yoruba, Farsi, or other languages that perhaps we have never even heard of. And some may also speak excellent English. Being able to communicate in English is a huge benefit for people living in Hamilton, since that's the common language that we have chosen to function in. So those open homes guests who do not have strong language skills will probably want to find ways to improve their ability to function in English. Fortunately, there are some really good options for them right here in our community. The first step is to get an English language assessment. The local organization that does the assessments for adult newcomers is the YMCA. Appointments can be made by calling their office, and they will assess a person's reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and then based on the results, they'll tell you which class level to register for. It's also possible to do the assessment online as long as you have access to a computer. English as a second language, which is more commonly called ESL, classes are offered through the continuing education departments of both the Catholic school system, which is the St. Charles program, and the Hamilton Wentworth Public School Board system. And both have really good reputations, and they both offer very similar programs. And they both charge just a small registration fee of $10 currently, but otherwise there's no cost for refugee claimants to attend. The most common factors that would determine which one you might want to register for are things like availability. Do they have space in that level? There's often a waiting list. The location, which is easiest to get to. And of course the schedule. When do they offer the class that you want to enroll in? There are multiple locations throughout the city for both programs, but not all locations offer all levels. There's also online options right now as well. And typically there are both full-time and part-time, as well as daytime and evening weekend options. So lots to choose from. It is important to note that refugee claimants are not eligible for the LINC programs. LINC is the Language Instruction for Newcomers programs, which are government-funded language learning programs offered through the settlement agencies in our city, like IWC. You might see signs at the Immigrant Working Center or other places around the city, but these programs are only open to permanent residents and convention refugees, which means that after an open homes guest has received a positive decision on their refugee claim, they would be eligible for LINC classes. And one of the biggest advantages of the LINC program is that they offer free childcare, which makes them more accessible for parents of young children. As well as the formal classes, there are several opportunities in the community to practice English. Some local churches offer excellent English classes, one-on-one tutoring programs, or English conversation circles. So if you or the guest you're supporting are interested in finding out more about any of these programs, please talk to your kinship circle leader, and they can let you know about some of the current programs we know of that are happening in Hamilton. Another excellent resource is the Hamilton Public Library, and they partner with the YMCA to offer English conversation circles. And they're targeted for intermediate to advanced language learners, so they're not for everybody, and they are very popular and often full, so you might have to go on a waiting list. You can check to see if they're being offered online or in person, but that is a good option. The library also offers some one-on-one tutoring programs, as well as a seniors conversation class, but those programs, again, are only open for permanent residents and protected persons, which would be an option for people after they have a positive hearing. And what about children? Well, children and youth from kindergarten to grade 12 can also receive support to learn English. They would also need an assessment. It's done at the assessment center that's affiliated with their particular school board, whether it's the Catholic or public one. And they will have an assessment, and that will determine the level of support that they will receive in the class. And just a side note, there actually is also an option for French-speaking children to go to a French-speaking school, either within the Catholic or public systems. So that might be something some people might want to take advantage of. And then outside of the school system, there's also opportunities in the community for youth to work on their literacy skills or to get homework help through organizations such as Empowerment Squared or local community centers such as Welcome In, as well as local churches often have after-school programs for children. We must never forget that one of the best ways to learn English is to practice in real-life conversations. And that's where you come in. So try to encourage your newcomer friend to practice what they're learning. When you spend time together, don't do all the talking. Try to create a safe, comfortable environment for them to speak English. Understanding and speaking English is a really important step in people's settlement journeys. It can open up more job opportunities. It can allow people to get more involved in all aspects of their community and feel connected to others. It can equip them to be better parents to their children who typically learn English really quickly. Learning English can build people's confidence and allow them to express themselves and more fully participate in life here in Canada. The first year in Canada is a great time for open homes guests to focus on learning or strengthening their English. As always, keeping in good communication with your kinship circle is the way to go. If the guest you're supporting is interested in accessing some of the formal language programs, please let your kinship circle leader know, and they can work with them to make those arrangements. And of course, don't forget that as you support your friend in their language learning journey, it's also a really great opportunity for you to learn some words and phrases in their first language too.